Hello everybody, and welcome back to another training video. Today's topic at hand is going to be the broker IQ options. Going to be maybe introducing it to some of you guys, and maybe those of you who already trade on this platform, you're familiar with this. This is just kind of the intro to it, just to let you guys know that already use it. I'm making a section here, or I guess you could say a series of IQ options training. We're not just going to have the other brokers that are regulated in the States or in other countries, but for those of you that can use this broker, because not all of you who are watching this will be able to use this broker. So some of you might just have to discard this series of IQ options and not even bother looking at it. Basically saying, because some of you guys in certain countries may not be able to use this platform as they operate and regulate themselves in specific countries, as do a lot of brokers. So that's one thing to look for. See if this works in your country first. And again, for those of you who trade on this, this series of the training is for you. We're going to do a whole IQ options series training for those of you that can use it and are already using it. So this video is going to just kind of kick things off. I'm just going to log in and show a little bit of the platform and some features on it. And in further videos, we're going to be doing a little bit more in-depth trading and analysis on the platform, just showing you some ways that you can benefit from the platform from our experience. So I'm just going to log in real quick. Now you got some personal data over here. You got your personal data in your account, portfolio, withdraw funds, transaction history, trading history, deposit methods. If you may be wondering, there's a few different deposit methods. I don't recommend taking a bonus. I think these could be bonuses on your account. If you do a bonus or something, you could. I never usually go for those bonuses on when brokers offer them, but to each their own. There's different methods of depositing. You can do Visa, MasterCard. You can deposit actually in Bitcoin, which is one way I recommend to deposit, because that's really growing two things at once. You could, if you trade in Bitcoin, that means if you profit along the way, you're making more Bitcoin. That's kind of one recommendation I would look into, is Bitcoin. If you have Bitcoin or own Bitcoin, that's one of the most beneficial ways. And a few ways that you can deposit through online money wallets like NetTeller and Skrill. So that's that. They have a lot of different forms, little things here. We're going to go to the trading platform real quick. Top right corner, trade now. And then what it's going to do is it's just going to load and download it real quick and initialize the platform. So we just might have to wait here for 30 seconds or so. This is the online platform. As you can see here, they do have an app that you can use for your phone, Android or iPhone. They do have an app, and they also have a desktop app. So I can download their app to my laptop, on my laptop, a downloaded version, and that actually is much quicker than the online platform. But I do have to say the online platform for IQ options is very, very quick. Now, for some brokers, it's a lot different. Dukascopy is kind of like this platform. This is a platform you can just solely trade off of. You don't need to necessarily look at TradingView to do your analysis. On some binary options platforms we trade off of, and our students trade off of, it's required to do analysis on TradingView and then execute the positions on the broker platform. IQ options, you have a platform of its own, which is directly correlated to the market. Right now it's the weekend, so I can't trade right now, but the market is still active on weekends with IQ options. I think some brokers do that. Not all binary brokers are active on the weekend. Only some are. You can see right now, if I go to the top right now, I don't know if you guys can see my date. It's currently Sunday, October 21st. Market is closed right now, but this broker is not. So they're still moving, and the candlesticks are still moving. The price is still moving. So one feature and one thing a lot of people like about this broker is the fact that you can add your own indicators to it. You have chart types down here, And again, if you go on it and it's a line chart at first, we don't trade off of a line chart. We make our analysis off of the candlestick chart. Everything that I've talked about in all the other binary videos, for those of you that are using this platform, you can operate everything that I've talked about in those videos on this platform as well. But what the videos for this series on IQ Options are going to be about is the features that this platform has, because it has a lot more different features than some of the other brokers. So we're going to dig into all of that neat stuff as we go forward. I just want to basically run down the basic buttons and things that we can click on here and what they mean. So down here you have your chart type, which you can see we can choose a line, which we don't, bars, and Heikin-Ashi, which is just a different type of candlestick. I just keep it on regular candlesticks, so do most people, just how we do it on TradingView as well. Here you have your time intervals, so that's just going to change the time of the candlesticks that are currently on the chart. Each candlestick represents a specific amount of time. So right now I have selected 10 seconds. You can see 10S is selected there. So again, you can change it to 5 minute or whatever time frame you prefer for the analysis you're making. Next thing is graphical tools. So this is what I meant by its own platform. We don't need to do the analysis on TradingView necessarily, because you have indicators and tools bar. So we can draw horizontal lines, trend lines on our chart. We can even draw Fibonacci on here. So right there, I just put 2 horizontal lines on the chart. As you can see, they're blue. I'm sure I could customize them too. You can change its color. You can select the line's width if you like it thicker or thinner. You can customize its indicator kind of just like you can on TradingView as well. And we've showed that before in some videos. There we go. Next is indicators. We're going to get familiar with this section, and you should be a little bit familiar with some of these indicators on here if you've been on my trainings or if you've watched the other binary options videos. Here's a familiar name. We have the RSI. That should be a familiar name from our previous training videos. You have the stochastic on here. And even from our online trainings that we do live, I talk about the ADX. I also talk about the MACD here and there, and even the moving average. But that's all there for you directly on the platform. So I can click on one of these indicators now, just like my stochastic indicator that we commonly use for our strategy, and I can apply it to the chart. And now you can see it's right down at the bottom here. I can see my stochastic has now appeared right down at the bottom of my chart. So there it is. So that's how you can add an indicator to your chart. As we go through more videos, we'll be showing some strategy on here and a little bit more detail into the trading side. Just a couple more basics about the platform, right? To add a currency pair. So to add a currency pair, you're going to click on this open new asset. And there's a few different categories you can choose from actually. You can choose binary, you can choose digital, and you can choose FX. So you can see FX is opening soon. That's because the Forex market is closed. So binary just runs off of, on the weekends, what's called OTC platform, over-the-counter trading. So you're trading on weekends when the market's closed. That's called over-the-counter. It's fine. It's legal on this platform. This is a regulated broker. And digital. Those are 2 ways of trading binaries. Is digital and binary. You can do Forex, which you can see is down here. You can do stocks, cryptos. You can do a lot more other things and have a lot more other features and accessibility here on this platform, as you can kind of see. So let's say we're just trading regular binaries. Again, you can keep your currency pairs right up there. See how I can just add them? So I can just add the different currency pairs there. So I have Euro USD. I can switch back and forth between these currency pairs. If you're someone who likes to see 2 charts at once, at the top left corner, you have your chart layout, which just lays out different chart grids. So you can have 2 charts, 3, 4, or more, Two charts would be two charts either side by side next to each other, like so, or even flat. That can be very helpful to look at two things at once, or even two time frames at once. You can have up to 3 charts, and again, like they say, or even more. As many as you really want at the end of the day, as you can kind of see here. I like to stick between 1 and 2 charts. I think 3 is kind of too small and too crowded for me to look at. I like 2 max side by each other, and we're going to get into more about that in our strategy training. So just a few things I wanted to run down in this video on the basics of the platform. If you have to watch this again to get used to it and just follow along the way, you can. At the side here, you have, again, your trading history, trades you've taken. Those are all the trades you've taken. And you can go back and see those trades. You can go back and actually kind of click on it and see a little graph of the trade that you took. So that's a pretty cool feature as well. There's different chats and support, so you have your everyday support here that you can talk to, ask a question, or they have sub-questions there that are automatically for you. And there's different chats as well. So there's different chats. There's a crypto chat, Bitcoin chat. That's just for more of the community there. This platform offers kind of like a big community wide range for how they have it set up. They have leaderboards, which you can kind of look more into, the leaderboards on the traders who are making the most money on a weekly basis. Kind of extra motivation when you see big numbers of some people who are, pulling profit like that every week. They have their own market analysis as well. So as I said, like I said at the beginning of the video, there's a lot of features they have on here. It would take a little bit to get to use them all, but do we need everything that I'm kind of clicking on here to be successful? You can honestly ignore all that and not look at it. But just a side note on what there is on here to show you guys that extra value here. And they do even have their own video tutorials on there, which are probably pretty quick videos. Nothing longer than any of the videos that I'm gonna have here, but little 4 or 5 minute, 2 minute, 1 minute, 30-second, 40-second videos that just explain things really quickly. So as you can see, they have a lot of those. Alright guys, so that's really that. That's going to wrap this first video up for our IQ options. Just like I said, for those of you that are using this platform and can use it, we're going to have our own little series here of videos. This is part 1, and we're going to work our way up from here. So I look forward to seeing you guys on the next video. Hope this video is some help. You guys take care.